Rangers are incredibly busy at the moment with a takeover of the club in progress, a manager hunt underway, and a full squad overhaul predicted. There certainly is a lot going on at Ibrox at this stage of the season. In today's video, we have some huge Rangers news as Rangers have announced a Blockbuster deal amidst a blizzard of deals. We will look into this in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, caretaker Rangers head coach Barry Ferguson reckons his players are playing for their futures at the club. With 3 games remaining of his interim stint at the helm, Ferguson says the impending change at Ibrox should motivate his men to perform in upcoming matches. Rangers welcome Aberdeen to Ibrox this Sunday for their penultimate home tie of the campaign. Issuing a stern warning to his players, Ferguson outlined the chance his players have. There are places up for grabs because there are going to be changes, he said. Whether that's me in charge, whether that's the new managers coming in, you are playing for your future because managers have certain ways, certain ideas. I think the boys understand that as well. There's going to be change coming, you need to go in and show how good you are on the pitch, and that will obviously help your chances of staying, because, as I said, it's a great place to play football. I've always said that it's been a really disappointing season. They've got a real chance to go and show that they want to be a part of the club going forward. After Rangers take on Aberdeen this weekend, they welcome Dundee United to Ibrox next Wednesday evening. Ferguson's interim spell then comes to an end a week on Saturday, as his side make the trip across the M8 to face European chasing Hibernian. Now, Rangers have completed a Blockbuster deal, as Rangers quietly penned a new 7-year extension with kit supplier Castor in February 2023, it has been revealed. That's one of the bombshells from the recent release of the minutes with the Rangers Fan Advisory Board meeting with club bosses. While the headlines have been dominated by matters relating to the Graham Souness banner at the latest Old Firm match, a number of other interesting matters came to light in the discussion, and one is the revelation that, despite the club's strips bearing the Umbro branding for next season, that Rangers are locked into their deal with kit suppliers Castor until 2030. We told you as early as December how the club were returning to Umbro as kit supplier after 5 controversial years with the Castor brand on their kits. And now the precise detail of the deal has emerged with the minutes reading. It was communicated that the agreement with Castor was extended in February 2023 to run until 2030. Since then, Castor has acquired rights to the Umbro brand professional team sub-license. While the commercial relationship remains with Castor, kits for season 25/26 and potentially further seasons will be produced under the Umbro brand. They first hooked up with emerging brand Castor at the start of the 2020-21 season, as the kit suppliers sought a springboard into top-flight football. While the design of strips has largely been well received by fans, the deal has nonetheless proved controversial, as fans have complained about the quality of some kits and limited stock availability. Umbro brand, a mark which served them well in an earlier part of the club's history. Umbro were the producers of Rangers kits from the mid-1960s to 90s, then were brought back in for a period between 2005 and 2013, which included the club's Europa League final appearance in Manchester and the start of the club's journey through the lower divisions. In other news, some players need an arm around the shoulder and others need a kick up the backside. Some managers use the carrot approach while others opt for the stick. There is no one-size-fits-all method of motivation, especially for a boss in the modern game. Barry Ferguson has had to count on every ounce of his experience to try and get the message across to the squad that he inherited at Ibrox in February. On some occasions, it has worked a treat. On others, his players have let themselves down as much as they let him down. The final 3 fixtures of the campaign against Aberdeen, Dundee United, and Hibernian will be Ferguson's last hat-trick of matches in charge. He will leave Ibrox empty-handed in terms of silverware, but he will pass on lessons to the man that takes his seat. Those that survive the summer cull will be left in no doubt what the demands and expectations of Rangers are. For midfielder Bailey Rice, the Ferguson way of working has been welcomed. These could be the months that have set him up for a prosperous Rangers career. He's been brilliant, he's been honest, which I really like, and he's been on me, Rice said when asked about his relationship with Ferguson. All you can do is take that and put in a few games and give it a chance. Those conversations are between me and him, but yeah, what he's taught me and what he's shown me, I feel like I've been definitely working on it and showing him on the weekend. He has just been brutally honest with me, picking apart my games, see what I can do better, and see what I'm doing well as well. Managers are different, they've got different styles, they've got different ways they want to play, different ways they want to manage players individually, so yeah, he's been good. 3 of the 9 first-team performances that Rice has made this term have come in the Europa League. 10 minutes were earned in Nice, and a half-time introduction at Old Trafford followed as Philippe Clement trusted him on the biggest stage possible this season. Ferguson did likewise last month as Rice started the quarter-final with Athletic Club. It was an opportunity the 18-year-old relished. Now he looks at the remaining fixtures as further chances to enhance his reputation and his game, while others fight for their futures. It was brilliant, Rice said, when asked about being selected for the first leg. It filled me with a lot of confidence, especially when he's shown that faith in a young player to go and start at Ibrox in such a massive game for the club. You always have a point to prove when you play for Rangers, showing him but obviously showing all the fans that come and watch our games every week. They're not wasting their money, they're seeing quality on the pitch and seeing players that want to win for this club. You can say that these games are a chance to prove yourself for next season. Look, the season hasn't always gone how we've planned or how we wanted it to go. But what we do in the last 3 games, we can take into next season. Again, it's got to be 3 points, just go again. Those outings are the high points for Rice to take pride and positives form. It has, though, been a difficult campaign at Ibrox, and many would suggest that the midfielder has not progressed as much as he could have done or should have done. The man himself does not subscribe to that theory. He is pleased at what he has contributed as part of the first team squad. He knows, however, that he must go again next time out. It's been good, Rice said as he reflected on his season. Obviously, I'd have liked to play more games, but whenever I've had a bit of a chance, I've took them and showed what I can do. So hopefully moving on to next season, I can get more of them. People can say it's been slow, but at the end of the day, this is Rangers. It's a lot harder and a lot more demanding than any other club. I've been happy with how it's been. I have the confidence in myself. I always back myself, but at the end of the day, it's up to the gaffer to decide who's going to start the other one. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.